The Memphis Zoo opened in 1906. We've been open now a little over 100 years. We've now grown to about 1.1 million visitors a year. The zoo itself covers a little more than 70 acres, and we have buildings that date back to about 1910 all the way to modern structures being built right now. Currently we have around 250 employees, counting both seasonal and full-time regular employees. We talked about a wireless system first and foremost because the zoo had an idea of an app for the smartphones, an app that would have a map on it that zoo visitors could follow themselves through the zoo. You could also highlight things that you'd like to see that would occur at a certain time, such as a sea lion feeding or polar bear feeding, and this app will alert you no matter where you are on the zoo grounds to head to the event, so you can just schedule things throughout your day and your visit at the zoo. Venture Technologies offered us a wireless mesh solution through the Meraki product. And as we evaluated it, we found that it's really going to fit our needs of both being able to give us the coverage through our 75 acres and be able to easily maintain it through the Meraki dashboard. One of the first thoughts behind going wireless here was to increase our network. We have a lot of older structures, including, say, the Ranger Barn down in our giraffes area. We now have a keeper record system that they can update real time. These old structures, concrete and metal, no network can go into them. Well, your only answer is wireless, or your best answer is wireless. And so now a keeper can feed their giraffes or other animals in their area and input that diet data straight into the system again, so a curator can now look at real-time data of what's being done with an animal rather than having to wait the next day. So now we've stretched the network to these older structures that allow them to work real time. One of the challenges of going Wi-Fi would be to extend your current network, but also make networks visible for the public as well as other vendors that are here at the zoo, our food vendor, our photography vendor. So we needed a device that would allow us to VLAN, so we could keep them segmented, we could keep the public segmented, as well as extend the zoo network. So again, Meraki was a good choice for that. We've also been able to put up portable kiosks. The last couple of years we opened up a giraffe feeding deck and a couple of other seasonal exhibits, which, because again they're seasonal, they're not permanent, we have no structure to put network in, but with the Meraki, now all we got to do is actually put up a point of sale with a wireless access point. They're on the network, they're taking credit cards, they're taking cash, and those transactions are hitting our main software in real time. And again, it's making accounting and attendance of what's being done there up to date instead of an end of the day, the next morning type of process. The benefits of the Meraki, number one, as just mentioned, is it made it easy for us to go ahead and extend our network for our zoo staff. So some of the night houses that are in the older structures that there's no network to, we're now able to go to them wirelessly. Ticket scanning, now we're able to scan tickets in our main courtyard on the fly as people walk in. We're doing that wirelessly. A person can come in with their smartphone, download our app, and follow themselves through the zoo, and they can literally see where they are at all times on this app. Most other networking devices, you have to configure each device one at a time. Thus, it's laying out your process to be much longer. Whereas with the Meraki, you configure all your settings in the dashboard, and every time you boot up a device and connect it to the network for the first time, all the settings drop down to that device, so it's configured. We cut down our deployment time per device in more than 50%. I mean, 20 to 30 minutes and you've got a new network switch or another Wi-Fi point ready to be deployed out to its area versus several hours of individual configuring on another networking device. Venture made me feel very comfortable as my supplier. I knew they would be there on a personal level for me. That's just the way I like to do business, with someone I see face to face, that I talk to. They're selling me a product that I want. They're offering me a product that I want, and know that they trusted me as the IT manager here to understand what I needed and just offered me that as a solution. Venture just made this whole process so easy. They kept me up to date on timelines, when I should expect things to arrive, phone numbers to back support engineers. I'm talking not just an 800 number or something. So it didn't take days and weeks and months to decide on anything. It literally only took hours. So I can make my business decisions and keep my company progressing forward like they're paying me to do. They provided me the services that I needed when I needed them, and who wouldn't want that? So, I mean, you'd be making a mistake to not at least consider Venture. If you open up your mind and remember that wireless is just another branch of your network, and anything you can do from that wired solution with something like the Meraki and its bandwidth that it provides you, you can do through your wireless solution.